So the shifting forks are all, there's no play on that slider. There's no kind of left to right, up to down play. They all slide on there freely, but there's no excessive play at all in those. So of those forks, this one here seems to be kind of the worst affected, with that there, and it does look slightly, let's do it like this, it does look slightly deformed. It's not, so that's pretty much straight on, and it does look, yeah, there is a big wear in it, and it's not kind of smooth and round really, but I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not. Let me slide them off and look at them flat on. The gear shift is all fine. There's nothing on that that's worn. The spring in here seems good. The detent spring was in place where it should have been. So the selector drum, I mean, it doesn't look excessively worn to me anyway. So these nipples then, or whatever they're called, on the forks, they don't look too, broken off or anything. They might all be about the same size. Let me check that out. So kind of nearly 6mm that way. And that's the same. And that's a little bit less, but 6mm that way. And then kind of, how big are they? Without being scientific, all about the same, about 5mm, but I don't know if that works. Okay. Where's the one that's worn? This one here. So this is the one that looks a little bit more worn. That is the nipple bit, doesn't look too worn, but the actual fork itself seems to be, especially on this side, very, just, maybe that's enough just to throw it out of line, to not be shifting into fourth properly, or fifth even. And then the detent wheel and the detent spring and that roller that is the newer one apparently. So that's that. I'll take a few more pictures, or if anyone has any ideas. So the fifth gear is floating, but it takes some turning. Not if I measure it with a force gauge, it takes nearly 1.5 kilograms of force to turn it. So it's certainly not spinning freely, but it will spin on that input shaft. So it's not too free, and I guess that looks right. So I've looked at every circlip, and it looks as per the diagram they're all where they should be. With these dogs, I don't know if you can see, but I'll get photos of this as well. On the dogs, they are slightly, they're lipped. There's like a little lip at the bottom, but that seems to be on all of them. On that 5th gear input, and then the dogs that are on the 4th gear input all seem to be square. Certainly, I don't know how rounded off does round have to be, but I'll get some close-up photos of those. And then likewise on the output side, this is a little bit more, there's a bit more play in this. Play there, kind of, I don't know, all the gears, there's a bit of wobble there, bit of wobble there, bit of wobble on the 4th. And on the 5th is solid, because that's I guess on the shaft. 1st is solid, so 1st is solid, 5th is solid, 4th it does have a bit of, look, it's got a bit of a wobble actually. Don't know if that's right. 3rd, not so pronounced, but yeah, maybe that's a proper old wobble actually. And then 2nd, that's a little bit wobbly. It's totally different to the input shaft. The input shaft, they're all solid as, none of them are wobbling in any way, but the output shaft, you know, there's a wobble on 2, wobble on 3, right, I'll wobble on 4, that's bloody really bad. 5th solid as, 1st solid as. Reckon that's the thing? Thanks.